Chai with Manju with your host, Dr. Manju Sheth.
Hello and welcome to a very special Woman of the Year edition of Chai with Manju. Our guest today is the INE Lifetime Achievement Award recipient, Mrs. Neena Gulati. She has been the true ambassador of Indian classical dance and culture in the New England area for over 5 decades. She's also the beloved teacher of thousands of students across the generations. Let's meet her. Neena ji, welcome to Chai with Manju and congratulations on your Lifetime Achievement Award 2023.
Thank you so much. I am honored. It is truly, I'm just doing what I love, and to get awarded for doing what you love, that's your choice.
No, I can't think of anybody who deserves it more. So, we have to start right at the beginning when you were a 4-year-old girl who fell in love with Indian classical dance, got some beautiful ghungroos or ankle bells from your mom, and slept with that under your pillow. And here you are, 5 decades later, this iconic guru of Indian classical dance in the New England community. You have taught thousands of students, and it's a gift that will keep on giving. So tell me if you have any special memories. I'm sure you have thousands and thousands, but something you want to share with your viewers today.
Well, it has been an amazing journey. I've been very fortunate. My parents always encouraged me because they loved music and dance, and my mom was willing to take me to as many classes as my Guruji would ask for. And then later in life, my husband has been extremely supportive. He has again encouraged me and is very proud of what I have achieved. Again, my thanks is to God for giving me the strength to keep pursuing this for over 70 years.
Wow. Wow. Do you have any extraordinary memory when you look back of any moments that kind of made you feel that this is what you're meant to do?
Well, at each age level, like when I was a teenager and I participated in the youth festivals, it was so exciting to win the competition. Then
Right.
later, when I came to New York as an exchange student, getting invited to perform at the United Nations, that was truly amazing. And so, there have been, I did my Arangetram. I was excited that my whole family was there, and we had a wonderful time. Later, when I started teaching here in Brookline, it was so exciting to have my own studio because from the beginning, my aim has been that this is such a beautiful art form, and I would like for the next generation to keep it going. We talk about Guru Shishya Parampara. So what I've given to my students, I want them to continue and share it. There again, I have been so fortunate. I have students who have been with me almost 40 years, and now they are all teaching here. They perform with me in all the professional ensemble shows. It's just been a life of dreams and dreams come true.
It's wonderful. This is so wonderful. You have to write a book, you know that.
Two of my students, their moms, are writing a book. They started last year and they're going to complete it this year. The Triveni and the first 50 years. So they also realize that there is so much history in this journey of mine. So they have taken the initiative, and they are working
That's
on
wonderful. That's
so.
wonderful. So you have learned Bharatanatyam, Kuchipudi, and Odissi from some of the great masters and gurus of Indian classical dance. What are some of the lessons that you have learned from them, from watching them, or as advice from them that you would like to share with our viewers today?
Sure. Well, I have learned from a lot from all three gurus, but the two things that really helped me is one, of course, my Bharatnatyam Guruji. He
Uh-huh.
always treated each one of his senior dancers individually. He never tried to compare. And that is the philosophy which I have followed here. To me, each
Wonderful.
student is very special. No, not trying to compare Radha with Manju or anyone else. Second, second thing that I did realize what helped me a lot, since I didn't know Tamil or Telugu,
Uh-huh.
both my Bharatnatyam Guruji and Kuchipudi, they
Right.
had me write the songs
Okay.
and give me the full translation. And that's
Uh-huh.
what I have done over here too. Or before the students are going to learn any dance that has a story to it, I make
Uh-huh.
sure they listen to the song, they write the lyrics, they understand the meaning. Then they are able to bring out the correct expression. So those two have been very important
Absolutely.
aspects
Absolutely.
that I have maintained in my teaching.
And you have had some extraordinary dance performances and performed at all these prestigious venues. As you mentioned, I think in 1964, you performed at United Nations. And when we look forward as a community so much to the annual performance from Triveni School, it's like a big Broadway production. Now, do you have any special memories of performing with your students, or your memory that has remained so special for you over the years?
Well, the performance at the UN General Assembly Hall was, of course, exceptional. It's something I'd never dreamed about being invited to do. But now at Triveni, oh, each year, so from my 40th birthday, when I
Uh-huh.
did a show for Bharti Vidya Bhavan, I made a
Uh-huh.
bet. That was the first time I did a show where we did it for a worthy cause. So after that,
Okay.
I said, in future, any performance I do, I want to make it so any deserving charities will benefit from it.
That's
And my
wonderful.
senior dancers were very excited. They felt
Uh-huh.
this would be very motivating for them also to really do their best. So, my senior ensemble, they are ecstatic each year as we
Right.
meet in the fall and start to plan for the big spring show. We
Mhm.
talk about themes, we select
Right.
music, so on. So it's been
Mhm.
wonderful to be able to perform with my senior dancers.
Right. I
Uh,
also like that some of your dance performances, they have some of the modern artists like Anushka Shankar as well, because that kind of adds a very special flair to that.
exactly, exactly. I've always
Right.
felt that dance is something creative. You have to keep
Right.
moving on, adding, and not leave it static. So even though the pure classical dances, we definitely maintain all the rules for those dance styles, but to
Uh-huh.
make it little more appealing to the younger generation, since if we use contemporary musicians
Right.
like you mentioned, Bikram Ghosh, Anushka
Yes.
Shankar,
Right.
Sushila Ram, they have beautiful music. It's
Compositions. Right.
haunting, and the audience loves it too.
Yes. Yes.
It gives it a new flavor. So,
Yes. Yes.
so that's why we've been doing that every year
Right.
for this
Yeah.
uh,
It's amazing. It's amazing.
celebration.
So, Neena ji, let's talk a little bit about your family. I was reading about your beautiful love story when you were performing in Colombia. Your then not husband yet, Raj, came and met you backstage, and you guys fell in love, got married, and he said that he will always support you. And then when you were in India, he bought this house in Brookline with a beautiful studio, which is now like the most visited place, it seems, with so many thousands of students. You have two beautiful children. So,
Yes.
how did you do it all? Because Indian classical dance and music is a very tough taskmaster. So, how did you juggle it all?
Yes, I mean, it wasn't when the children were young. Uh,
Mhm.
I had to get the support again of my husband. So
Right.
he would take them for their tennis classes or this. And we had it all
Mhm.
planned for many years. I would pick
Mhm.
them up from their school, drop them at the sports center, and then come and start teaching. And then he would finish
Mhm.
his work and he would go pick them up and bring them and things like that. It had to be done with Raj's support.
Right.
uh, Sometimes it's a little difficult. I remember they came after teaching one Sunday to
Sorry.
the up to the kitchen, and I see my 10, 11-year-old son. I don't know how
Son. Oh.
exactly how old, and he had tears. And I said, "What happened,
Oh.
Rajat?" And he said, "Ma, I hate your teaching. You're always teaching." Oh, it hit me so
Okay.
hard. Manju, after that, I promised him, I said, "Rajat, I promise Sunday will always be family day and I
Family.
will never teach on Sundays till, now
Mm.
of course they went away to college, then they both got
Uh-huh.
married and they both have given us 5 beautiful grandchildren."
Wow.
So he laughs about it. He does laugh about it when I mention it to him.
Right, right.
But no, I mean, as I said, there are struggles, but
Yes,
90% of the time, the things went
the
very
solution.
well.
Yeah,
Yes,
there's a solution. When you're dedicated, there's always a solution.
right.
And it's not just your family. You have created such a big family of dance lovers in this community. Ever since we announced that you're getting honored with lifetime achievement award, wherever I've gone, even strangers have come to me and said, we are so happy that you're giving Neena ji this award. I don't think anybody deserves more than her. So it's very rare to see that kind of love and respect. What a legacy you have. And I have to tell you one other thing that I really admire about you. Whenever I've met you, you are always so positive and full of life and energy. You have that childlike enthusiasm that I see with a lot of great masters. I remember once when I had interviewed Pandit Jasraji, and he had the same enthusiasm, and he said, "Dil to bacha hai na hamesha," and I see that with Zakir Hussain, and I see that with you. How do you have this wonderful childlike enthusiasm and this great attitude towards life?
Well, I mean, I think I get up in the morning and I say, how did I get to be so fortunate? Everything
Uh-huh.
in life.
Gratitude.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
so grateful because I know how many try hard and they're not
Right.
always as lucky. But as I said, starting from my journey as a child with the parent support, then my husband's and all my students are so dedicated. They are so amazing. In fact, the letters, I have a whole box of thank you letters from them and their parents that my husband laughs. He says, they spoil you so much and you want me to spoil you
Of
too.
course, it's a different kind of spoiling.
Exactly. So
Never say no to
it's,
spoiling.
no, not at all. Welcome. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
So,
you are very blessed, and I think people who come in contact with you are also very blessed. So we have to talk about how wonderfully young you look. As a doctor, I want to know what's your secret of this, as you jokingly say, fountain of youth that you have preserved. So, what
uh,
is your routine like? You have a great diet, you said, and
Well,
exercise.
yes, I do. I do love exercise. I do a lot of yoga, and I teach every day, 7 days a week.
Wow.
And in the
Wow.
afternoons, and then in the summer
Mhm.
mornings, walking on the golf course. And so staying active and
Excellent.
and also eating healthy stuff. I have my dessert every now and then. And my street food. But uh, but 90% of the time, I try to take care of myself. Again, it's also fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Fortunate, I had a very good friend that I used to play tennis with. She was active,
Uh-huh.
energetic. The poor thing, she got cancer. Say, what can
I'm
you
sorry.
do?
Yeah.
So this is the thing. You have to be really keep
Grateful as well.
God that I have, He has helped me stay healthy.
Right.
And so yes, truly fortunate to and
And
blessed
yeah, I
to.
have to ask you, you have such incredible achievements. You're the truly an ambassador of Indian classical dance in our community, in our and culture. And you have performed in great places. You've toured, you've done so much. Is there any mountain that Neena ji still has to climb, or koi arman baki hai? Anything you want to do?
I don't know. I think I have. You probably know one of the very special moments was, and we had the whole auditorium in tears, is when my daughter and I performed with my granddaughter.
Wow.
Yes, my granddaughter Rani was to perform with another student, and that
Uh-huh.
student unfortunately tore her ACL couple months
Okay.
before the performance. So Rani is getting a little scared, so I have to do it alone. My daughter
Uh-huh.
Rachna said, "No, no, I'll do a piece with you, okay?" So the
Uh-huh.
week before the show, we have the orchestra rehearsal right here in this studio,
Uh-huh.
and all my son-in-law walks in and says, "Well, mother's joining daughter. Why can't grandmother join?" And I said, "No, I'm in the orchestra." And all the musicians, Maitri, Gaurish, they're all here. "Neena ji, ye kabhi nahi dekhenge. You, you have to, we'll get to see three generations for the first time
Yeah.
on stage." So that has always brought tears to my eyes because I think everyone in the auditorium was in tears when we finished that piece. It
Oh my
was,
God.
it was truly a very special moment
Wow.
uh,
Wow.
to
I have to
have.
go and check that. I have to go and see that. I hope you recorded
Yes,
it.
yes, yes.
So,
It is. It's
that sounds
on the
wonderful.
website. Yes.
What a incredible life and fantastic memories you have, and what an impact you had in the
Oh God,
community.
all,
Yeah.
all
I
by the
can't
grace of God.
wait. I'm just now so looking forward to seeing you next week on 14th April. It's going to be such a privilege for us to honor you. So thank you so much for everything you've done. You are truly a treasure for our community. And I thank you with all my heart. Thank you
Thank
so
you much.
much.
Thank you for giving me this honor. I appreciate it. Much appreciated. Okay. Namaste.
Anything.